Today I'm trying Britain's worst food delicacies, and with each one I try, the next one will get worse. Now, delicacies are foods that originate from certain regions and that are perhaps a little bit unusual or distinctive in some sort of way, like spotted dick, for example. Not just any spotted dick, your auntie's spotted dick. So, tasty. This is, of course, a lovely steamed pudding, believe it or not. There's certain foods that need a rebrand. How's that gone past the marketing board? Rapeseed oil. Who came up with that? Anyway, I'm going to be trying 6 different delicacies from Britain today, progressively getting worse. Starting off with spotted dick, which in theory, despite the name, should be actually relatively tasty. Originally, I think this was called like spotted pudding. Spotted because it looks spotted, pudding because it's a pudding. Then it went from pudding to ding, and then ding went to dick, and that's how you end up with spotted dick. History. So let's bosh this in the microwave. That's probably how it's best served. That's how us British would eat this. 30 seconds. Oh, you know it's gonna be quality when you've popped it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It doesn't look too bad from the top. Let's pop it in the microwave. Okie doke. Oh, yep, a little bit hot. I know what you do. Just really look at this. Yes, and voila, there's your dick. Look the way it wobbles. Now, in theory, look, this is, like I say, not going to be the worst one. They're going to get progressively worse. This is literally just sponge with a bit of dry fruit and raisins and that kind of stuff. But still, probably not really my thing, this. Very claggy. You're getting cinnamon coming through, piercing through the sponge. But the warmth is there. It's cuddling the back of the throat. It's really nice. On a lovely hot winter's day, which this is not, this would be perfect. I'm saying this is probably just a nice sort of 6 out of 10. It's not too shabby. It actually looks quite friendly, you know what I mean? Quite a cute sponge. You feel like it could be a sort of Disney character, you know, that kind of thing, about the adventures of the spotted dick or whatever. Won't put it past Disney to do that. Banter. It's the sort of thing you probably get served out at school or something like that. Look at the break. Mary Berry would be proud of that.
Sheer perfection. And I enjoyed every minute.
But yeah, 6 out of 10 is fair. On to the next one. Up next, we've got Marmite, which says on the front of it, yeast extract, which I don't really know what that is. I've never had Marmite before. I've heard of a yeast infection. I don't know if those are related or linked in any way, shape or form. But this is Marmite. I'm gonna try it on some toast. I don't think you just sort of have it by yourself, do you? Well, you can have it by yourself, but don't have it by itself. Doesn't require a companion. Appointed by Her Majesty the Queen. She's dead, so how did you do that? Marmite, you like it or you... What's the thing about Marmite? You either love it or you hate it. That's it. Let's find out which. I think I'm gonna hate this personally. Right then, got me toast. Now I know people go, oh, and it's not toasted. You should toast it more. Let's have a toast debate in the comments. Let's not. Let's just do the video. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know about that. Oh no. Ooh, what is that? Oh no. Okay. I'm getting honey on the nose, like a light honey. Not getting any yeast. Let's see what it's like. Is it going to be gloopy? It's going to be gloopy. I knew it'd be gloopy. I said it'd be gloopy. Oh, it's very gloopy. Like crude oil. Look at that. How much are you supposed to put on? I have no idea. Get it spread. Spread them. The Marmite. I mean, how much is too much? How much is enough? How long's a piece of string? These are all the questions that we will never answer as a society. The whole how long's a piece of string thing, I mean, it doesn't really make any sense at all, does it, if you think about it? How long's a piece of string? Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends. If you've been to a DIY store and you bought 2 meters, it's 2 meters. How big's a cloud? You know, there's lots of things you can say that sound sort of philosophical and really aren't. I've just realised I don't know why I've done 2 slices of toast. If I don't like this, it's just a waste of bread. Let's tuck in, let's see. How do you even bread? How do you do it? Oh no, I wasn't expecting that. Oh no. Oh no, what is that? I don't think I'm gonna be able to keep it down. What is in my mouth? Is this edible? Have I got the right thing? What is that supposed to be? It tastes like sort of slug juice or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of territory. How does it smell like honey and then tasted like that? That's rank. That is proper rank. If you enjoy that, you've got serious issues. I'm gonna have some dry toast to get it out of my mouth. I see why they sell it in small jars now. No one would buy the big jars. I think that taste will stay with me for the rest of my life. That was close to making the eyes water. That's the second thing. That should have been the top. That should be the last thing we try. Are we gonna get much worse than that? Who's come up with that? I mean, what sort of person invented this and went, oh, we could sell that? This will go big. On what basis? When people say you'll either love it or you hate it, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. For me, you either hate it or you hate it, to be honest with you. Anybody outside of that bubble isn't worth speaking to. That's you, Kieran Cullen.
What does that mean?
Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 2. I'm giving it a 2. I am going to give it a 2. That was pretty bad. I think it might get worse, though. If anybody wants an already opened jar of Marmite, then obviously get in touch, because I'm not eating that. Brilliant. What a job. Haggis. On the packet it says here, the UK's #1 haggis. I can't imagine there's much competition, to be honest with you, Simon Howie. Now, once again, I've never tried haggis before, so this will be a first. Scotland's national dish, that's correct. A savoury pudding of heart, liver and lungs, deliciously blended with onion, oatmeal, barley and mixed spices. Haggis worthy of the occasion. Right. Okay. Don't waste anything, do they, Scots? Christ. Holding a lung and a heart right now. Oh, it's got more specific on the ingredients. That's good, isn't it? Pork lungs, 26%. So a quarter of this is a lung. Brilliant. What's pork again? Is it pig? Pork. Pork's pig, isn't it? What animal's pork from? I've nailed it. Come on. Pig. Beef heart. A cow heart. Surely they've got other food in Scotland. Are things that bad up there? We'll use a hoof. We'll use, you know, the arse crack, the tail. Just pop it all in. I don't know at what point they've gone with this. Like nowadays, you know, you've got pizza, pasta, risotto, and they're just, you know, chomping on hearts and stuff. Whilst every care has been taken to remove all bones, some small ones may remain. Fantastic. And that's your haggis. That's appetising, isn't it? Are we sure? It's heavy. It looks kind of like an avocado, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's going to taste like one. Could do some damage with that, though. Jesus. If there was ever like a government sort of takeover, the Scots will be fine. Lob haggis at them. Boiling it's 45 minutes, oven's 75 minutes, and microwaves 3 minutes. Job done. Let's do that then. I don't know how you get into this. We're going in hard with the scissors. Oh my. Oh yeah, fling it everywhere. Oh my word. Wow, okay. Looks even worse. Looks gone off. Right, okay. I have got myself the haggis. This is basically what it looks like. So after I sliced up the haggis, I then had to put it in for 3 minutes. I then had to mash it up basically into this and then put it in for another 2 minutes. So it's now very, very hot. Now what does it smell like? It smells like sort of dried meat. I think I choked on air then. What happened then? That was weird. My first time trying haggis. I'm going for the second bite. It's very dry. The texture is a little bit like eating very dry mincemeat. The taste and the flavour, you got a little bit of spice in the background, but it's not too much. It's quite gritty. It's like you're sort of chomping on sort of pebbles and stones and stuff that you found on the beach. It's odd, it's weird to look at, but the taste isn't actually that bad. That actually isn't as bad as I was expecting. Bear in mind, it has been, you know, microwaved and not oven cooked. Look, it's weird, it's bizarre, but I'm also not totally against it. Yes, okay, it's blended hearts and lungs and liver, but actually, it makes me appreciate the heart that has gone into making this. Put a bit of spices, a bit of barley with stuff, and you can eat anything, can't you? Do you know what I mean? Put a bit of spice on a toad, you'd probably eat it, you know? 5 out of 10? I think 5's fair. You know, it's edible. 5's edible. Bizarre. But I've eaten it. Right, okay, up next, we're stepping up the ante. It is, of course, cockles. Pickled cockles, no less. Now, according to Google, this is a traditional food in the UK. A traditional Welsh breakfast included cockles as a staple of the traditional Welsh breakfast, along with bacon and whatever else. They're also very popular at seaside towns as well, apparently around the country. Welsh women traditionally picked them, blah, blah, blah. Another one that needs a better name, really. Pickled cockles. Once again, never had one of these. Don't know how you eat them, don't really know what you do. Beyond, I think, use a sort of twig to get, oh Jesus, there's a liquid in there. I don't know whether it's seawater or what. I don't know what's going on. But apparently they are ready to eat. Oh, right, what's this gonna, oh, it's got a slight sort of creamy tinge to the liquid in terms of its colour. It's got a discoloration, sort of like a murky pond water, and Jesus, can smell that. That's strong. Oh, I just don't like the way that they're sort of looking at me though. You know, I mean, what even is that? Look at this, right, look at this. Where is the sort of face? Where's the sort of smile, the eyes? I can see an arse, don't get me wrong, I can see the arse there, clear as day. They look more like bogies than they do animals. And now I have to eat one. Oh, it's dripping. Oh, it's dripping. I think I must took a challenge, this. Right, come on, cockle, down the hatchet. Oh, that's a strong flavour. That's a strong flavour. Vinegary. It's vinegary, it's salty, fishy, slimy. It feels like the cousin of a mussel or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's in the same sort of family tree, I reckon, as a mussel. Quite traumatic, that. At what point do you have that? You know, you're at the seaside in South Wales. Have fish and chips, have a donut, have a waffle, have an ice cream, have a lollipop. Have a Magnum, just a bag of chips, a slush puppy, have a burger. At what point do you start going, no, let's not do that. Let's have a cockle or two. Give me a pint of cockles, a jar of cockles. I know you're Welsh, but Jesus, what's going on? You need to look at yourselves, Welsh people in particular, but just people by the seaside generally. If you're selling that, you need to look at yourselves. Leave the cockles in the sea. Look, it's not for me, that, you might have realised. Not for me. Was it as bad as Marmite? I think because this is such a strong taste, for me that's a 1 out of 10. It doesn't even have a good smell. The other one had an alright smell with Marmite. Not for me, that. 1 out of 10. Right, okay, up next we have black pudding. Now, what is black pudding? Because, I mean, you have it with like a full English and all that kind of thing. Ingredients: water, wheat flour, dried pork blood. They've slipped that one in, haven't they? Dried pork blood there, just lovely. Pork fat, onion, bit of salt in there, yeast extract. They can't stop themselves, can they? But it's a delicacy. It's a delicacy here in Britain, apparently. So I've got to fry it in a grill for 6 to 8 minutes. Turn occasionally. Brilliant. Let's go fry some pig's blood. There we have it. Lovely little bit of pig's blood there. Just, oh, lovely. Is this how you're supposed to do it? I don't know. Grill for, I'm frying, aren't I? I'm not grilling. Basically the same thing, isn't it? Grilling and frying. Surely must be able to fry it. I don't know. And just like that, dinner is served. Lovely and appetizing. Bit of pig's blood. It feels almost tribal. Do you know what I mean? It feels like it's something that maybe an Amazonian tribe might do. You know, drink the blood of a pig. Or it's just crazy. Look, it's not probably not cooked it perfectly. Smells of death. But what does it taste of? I think I like it. I think I might like it. Maybe like's a bit strong. I feel like if you had something else with it, maybe, I don't know, some sausages, some bacon, some beans, maybe a little tomato or something. If you had something to complement it, perhaps that would be quite nice. I think that might be a 6 out of 10. It's sort of stern, it's charred, a little bit gritty, not for the faint-hearted. It does kind of feel like you're consuming coal, but inside it kind of bleeds something more than that. To be honest, deaths never taste so good. Look, it's not bad. It's not bad. Let's not hype it up too much here. I think it's a 6 out of 10, 5.5. But there is something in that. I think there is something in black pudding. It was probably made up by, you know, one of those sort of mental chef types. What's his name? That Heston Blumenthal. It's probably, it does sound like one of his things. Let's dry some pig's blood and turn it into a smoothie or something. You know, he's into all that, isn't he? He's into all that nonsense. Have an apple, have a banana, pizza, burger. If you're Bear Grylls, if you're trying to survive in the wild, crack on. I think the cockles were worse. But next up we have something which is truly revolting, and I really struggled to get my hands on this. I couldn't really find it. I had to get it online. It wasn't in the shops because no one wants it. Jellied eels. So bad that they've wrapped them up in bubble wrap to protect them from human consumption. Now, jellied eels is definitely a British delicacy. Apparently it's more of a southern thing. I don't know. I've heard these are pretty rank. What's the origins of jellied eels in the UK? Research. So jellied eels originated in London's East End in the 18th century. The dish is made by boiling chopped eels in a spice stock and then letting it set. When you let it set, it basically forms a jelly. It's usually served cold. They were a favourite of the working class during World War II. Rationing caused a peak in popularity in London, having over 100 eel and pie shops by the end of the war. Oh, okay. Eels that have jellified. basically. You won't be surprised to hear that I've never tried this before. I wasn't in World War II. I went to several fishmongers and they all said, no, we don't sell this anymore. Oh God, oh dear. Oh wow, oh, so yeah, they are properly jellified at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look great, does it? Oh dear. Oh God, what is this gonna smell like? What's it gonna taste like? Oh, who discovered you could make jelly from eels? Who decided on it? Oh, it's proper jelly. I just thought it was going to be sort of loosely jelly around the eel, but no, it's actually set in a jelly. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't have all that. Oh. It's got a bone in it. How does it work? I don't know about this. To think I've done this to myself. Do I dare smell it? Actually, does not have a strong smell. Do jellied eels have bones in them? Yes, jellied eels have bones. Great. It's a delicacy, folks. Do you know what? I quite like a jelly. So I'm just gonna pretend this is just a lovely cherry, no, strawberry jelly. Ah, it's all snotty. Oh, 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 oh. I don't think I can. Jesus. That's just made it even worse now, because now I've retched it back out again. Oh, for God's sake. It's actually not as bad as I thought, it's just the texture. I'm gonna get a different piece. It's not actually fishy, it's the texture of the jelly. Looks like tears here. Just a lovely bit of eel. Oh, bloody love a bit of eel. Eel, eel, eel. I love a bit of eel. Eel, eel. 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 There's bones everywhere. It's a lovely delicacy, this. Who's eating this in the war? Let me die. It's just a bit much. I shouldn't have done that. That was worse than the eel. You wonder why I just eat burgers now. This is what the alternative is out there. Eel in jelly. It's not on. Look, I probably wouldn't recommend many of these, to be honest with you. In terms of taste, it's probably like a 5 out of 10, but when you factor the texture in, it's a 2 out of 10, that's proper Heston Blumenthal stuff, that. Forget the pig's blood. Just shut up and have a burger.